Then when you finally got out the vehicle, why did you not surrender?
Oh, there it is. Fuck you, Ember. Fuck you, Ember. That's so bad. Thanks, Opal. You're the best.
Don't look behind you.
Why was behind me?
Chief, the chief's here.
Tony, any cross?
There's no take backsies.
Yeah,
Pal,
take back right
no
now.
take backsies.
Take it back.
Tony, elbow, please.
Yes, Your Honor, I
Sorry,
apologize.
it's
Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you, airborne?
Okay, yes.
You promise?
I promise.
Okay.
let's
Open
see
my
here.
neck.
Were you part of the were you in the vehicle that fled from the grapeseed scene?
Yes.
Did you throw the Molotov?
No, I put my hands up before the Molotov was thrown and shouted to the officers I was not getting involved. And I wanted out the car, but like I got told to stay in the vehicle.
Okay. From Grapeseed down to the building by Legion Square, did you brandish anything? Any firearm? Any other weapons of any
no,
sort?
No.
Not even on your way up to the roof.
No. I lost the officers well before getting to the roof.
Okay. So, based on that picture up there, Ember, can you describe where you were hiding at exactly?
Yeah, so it was along the window, but like quite a bit back on the ledge. Like it was quite far back.
So, using the pillar as the measurement, how far were you from the pillar to where you were hiding?
I was quite far away from the pillar. It was along the window, since the pillar's in front of the window. I was around the side of the window, like quite.
Ember, I've shared the report with the courtroom if looking at the NDT would be easier for you.
Okay. Yeah, you can't really see it from this picture. It's hard to show where I was in this picture. But see the glass that goes all the way around the edge? I was somewhere along that window on the edge.
Okay. Would you describe the distance between you and the pillar to where you are, the distance between your hiding spot and the pillar, about from me to you right now?
It was a bit, probably from here to the desk, I would say.
From the desk, it's like right here.
Yeah, and
Okay. So the reports and testimonies stated that you attempted to tackle Officer Linq. Did you attempt to tackle Officer
I
Linq?
was not killed.
Did you leap towards Officer Linq?
From the spot I was, because I had my
Okay.
foot caught in the bush and I couldn't move.
There's no... There's no shot to go
You
with
moved the way
it
you
tripping
wanted.
over a bush. That's
So what did you do?
I jumped on the spot where I was to get out the bus, and I kind of tripped over and landed near Dee, but like in front of him. But like he was more away from the edge where I fell in front of him.
Okay. When you landed, how close were you to D? Were you this close in his face, or was there still a gap about? Let's say, did this seem more accurate?
It was very close to him, but like I landed like in front of him, like but like.
Oh, that's just saved
He
us.
walked away as I landed near him. He had walked away back off, because he was like where he was standing. He was like next to the like small fence parts, which wasn't even near the edge.
If you look at the picture, you'll see some yellow markers for casings.
Yeah.
Was that where you were standing?
That just lines up with my story of stepping to the right, though, doesn't it? You know, I literally said I stepped out of the way.
Started like see where the red marker is? There's more to the bit to the left of that, but there's like a step up, like in front of the fence parts. Like he started like on like the step bit, and then when I jumped, he stepped away from the spot, like he stepped down, and then when I landed near his feet, he moved more to the right, where the yellow marker is, and opened
Yeah, I
fire
mean,
on
that just
me.
means you were close to the edge to try to tackle you. You moved to the right out of
Yeah.
harm's way, shot her down.
She's literally
ledge
just
is
confirming
quite
my story,
close
right?
From the edge, and even if I tackled him, he would not have gone off the edge.
Is she a tackling expert? You know what I mean?
He
Like,
would,
what?
hit the
Objection.
glass
Speculation.
Sustained, I will note that Ember's testimony is just what she believes to be the case, not the truth, necessarily.
Speculative, but
because the angle where I was and
She a
where Dee
fucking,
was,
you know
the
what I mean?
angle of that is nowhere near like tackle him off the edge.
So just to be sure, by the time you landed, D was around the yellow marker then, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So once you landed, where were you running towards?
I ran past him and I heard him shouting. Ember tried to tackle me off the edge, and while he was shooting me, I was shouting him that I did not try to tackle him off the edge and to stop shooting. I was begging to stop shooting, and yeah, I ended up
She's a fucking
like,
bitch.
shot
Fuck
down
you.
and
Fuck you,
tackled him.
Ember. Fuck you, Ember. That's so bad. I feel awful.
You
I was
backed up
about
her
to.
dead body?
No, I did not. Like, let's look how many cases there are. Look,
Nothing
you know,
further, Your Honor.
did not back up her. What the fuck?
Okay, defense cross-examination.
I only have 2 questions. You guys have any?
Nah, hit it.
1 second, Your Honor.
I only have like asking why she didn't surrender both times. That's about it.
Oh, yeah, that's what I got too. She's saying she wanted out and she had put her hands up. Why did she then continue to flee?
So,
Yeah, but
so
then
what
this
on that,
is,
Erin? Is it worth trying to establish that I did ask her to come out, and if she was going to surrender, it like doubles down on it, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I said when you walked towards or ran towards Officer Dee Linq, did you put your hands up and surrender?
Yeah, one had a fucking gun on her, right? What the fuck? She said,
Hello, Ember.
she said on the docket that Erin's scary and stinky.
You stated in
Yeah,
your
I saw
testimony, you claimed that you did not want any part of the situation. Is that correct?
Yeah, I shouted at the officers that were behind. But I
Then when
had my
you-
hands up.
Then when you finally got out the vehicle, why did you not surrender?
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
The others.
God damn.
I understand that. That's not my question. I'm asking why did you not surrender?
Well, it looked like Tessa was trying to pick me up, but they played a prank on me.
Oh, so she was meaning to try to get away. Okay.
You know, I had the class 2 on me with
Oh.
like Belle knew I had. Like I had that for like over a week.
Okay. When you ran towards Officer Dee Linq, did you attempt to put your hands up and surrender?
I
Oh.
didn't have a chance.
So just to clarify, you had a chance to run, but you didn't have a chance to stand there and put your hands up. correct?
Objection. Misstatement of testimony. She just said she didn't have a chance.
I can reword it. Instead of running towards Officer Dee
I
Linq,
fucking
do
love
you
Erin.
believe that you could have just put your hands up at that time?
I didn't run towards him.
What? What?
I said I ran past him.
She said she tackled and landed next to me.
I
What?
wanted to ask somebody.
What? She said she ran and
I
tackled.
can reword it again.
Because I ran past him after
When
he
you
started shooting
ran
at me.
past Officer Dee Linq, do you think you could have instead put your hands up and surrendered?
I didn't have a chance because he was shooting at me.
That's
Well,
what?
he started shooting me at me while I was still on the ground.
I think you've just changed the story 3 times. We've got no further questions.
Yeah.
Okay, Tony, any redirect?
Erin.
Mic drop.
Slammed. You are
She
scared.
just changed her
No,
own
I'm good.
testimony.
Yeah, yeah. She
Alright,
did.
Ember, you can step down and go back to your side.
Okay.
Alright, defense. It's over to you.
Uh,
Call on any witnesses?
yeah, can we call Erin Carter, please, Officer Erin Carter? So if you see in the report, Erin actually witnessed her try to
Raise your
tackle
left
me.
hand, please. Do you swear and affirm that the testimony you're about to give today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
You any
Under the
ideas?
pains and penalties of perjury, so help you, Sab.
Yep, you do.
Come on, let me read.
Okay, the witness is
Okay.
sworn in.
Talk to me, MDT. Give you a second.
1 second, you run up.
There we go.
I just ask her about her involvement. Ask her if she's on the scene. Ask her about her involvement.
So let's ask her to do a narrative, or?
No, just ask her like that. Was she on the scene?
Okay,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
ask her what her role was.
Hey, Erin.
Oh,
How are you today? You okay?
I'm doing fantastic.
Okay. How involved in this scene were you? To what degree?
I responded to an emergency backup call where 78s had been called, where clowns had thrown a Molotov at officers, and Ember Quinn was called out having a Class 2 weapon.
Okay. And did you happen to be at the Legion Square scene, or?
Yes, I did.
Could you talk me through your involvement of Legion Square?
So at first, I started pursuing a clown known as Twinkles, who managed to get away by someone picking him up. It was then called out to focus on Ember Quinn due to her being their primary target, having a Class 2, the PD Class 2, should I say. She had ran above the building, above the Legion Square Bank. They got called out that they had
I don't
reason to
mind.
believe she probably ran to the top because every single floor had been cleared. Just as I got to the top of the floor, I saw Dee approaching the ledge, so I was about to check the other ledge, and then Ember came running towards him as he called out the radio. I was about to go over to him, just as Ember went to tackle him, so he shot her down before I even got. I then gave her medical attention after.
1 second, Your Honour. Do we need to ask anything else?
How high?
Aaron, how high would you say that ledge was if you was to estimate?
Listen, I don't know measurements, but if someone's being pushed off there, they're practically going to be dead. If they make it, they're very, very lucky, and it's basically a miracle.
Evan, you're a law enforcement officer, right? A senior law enforcement officer at that fact?
Yep.
Do you understand Tennessee versus Garner?
Yes, I do.
Given the situation, would you have made the same call?
100%. Like I said in my testimony before, if you didn't shoot her, I
was a
definitely would have.
beast.
She already was given the chance to surrender when they came out the vehicle, and then she continued to run.
Ask questions as well.
I'm shy, Your Honor. I'm still traumatized from my last time in court together, Your Honor. I apologize.
Opal,
Sorry.
you got it. You got it.
No further questions
Speak your
from us,
truth,
Your Honour.
Opal.
Free me!
You want me to tell the chief about that one, Opal?
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Opal. You're the best.
Don't look behind you.
Why was behind me?
Chief, the
Take
chief's here.
Tony any cross
Turn around.
Sure. Hey, Aaron.
Hey,
How's it going?
right?
Objection relevance! Sorry. I've always wanted to do that. I'm sorry.
Overruled.
I mean, oh, thank you. It's funny. Mentioned during your testimony, questions about like Tennessee versus Gardner. Did Ember throw the Molotov during the grapeseed scene?
We did not identify which one threw at the time, hence why the call got made by command to open fire on the vehicle. And if they didn't surrender, they got given a chance to surrender. If they didn't, they would be.
Did Ember come back GSR positive for anything?
I don't recall. There's a 911, and Ember had been gloating about it for the past few days. She had been putting a Twitter post with her with the Class 2, and she had been calling Deputy Bell numerous times saying that she had her.
Okay, but did you guys physically see her on the scene with the Class 2 at that
Yeah.
specific moment?
I personally
Okay.
didn't, but I don't know.
Anybody else see anybody else with weaponry of any sorts, like the Molotov or even like a wrench or anything like that, before they got in the vehicle?
I can only recall what I saw.
I don't have a serious. You know what? We're good.
Okay.
No further
Any
questions.
redirect?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Alright, Aaron, do you have the report open? Alright, can you read me first sentence of Deputy Leo Sparks' statement?
Was first
Fuck
on
me
scene
up.
and Great Stephen staged up, observing the suspects inside the hangar. He observed Ember Quinn, Stumbles, Fumbles, and Hazel Gray, and one other unidentified suspect at one point. Sparks observed Stumbles with a Molotov in hand. Ember also had a Class 2 PDAR in hand.
No further questions, Your Honor.
That was a weak ass mic drop.
Well, yeah,
Mic
because she
drop
only mimicked it.
nonetheless.
Alright. Aaron, you're free to step down. Defense, you don't have any other called witnesses, so the only person able to testify for you is Officer Dee Linq. Dee, will you be testifying?
You like
Your
what you
Honor?
think?
Can you refer to Twatter real quick? Can you put Ember's picture on the projector?
The plaintiff is
Right, Officer D. Are
Hi,
you
Opal.
trained in any way, shape, or form with firearms?
Hey, I'm Class 2 certified. I'm also a Class 2 firearm instructor, 1 and 2.
So does that mean you're expected?
Absolutely.
Are you familiar with case law, Tennessee versus Garner?
Absolutely, yeah.
At the time that Ember Quinn was shot down, did you reasonably believe that she was armed?
Yep.
At the time that Ember Quinn was shot down, did you reasonably believe that she posed a threat to you or others?
Absolutely.
Okay. Give me 1 moment, Your Honor, please.
I fucking love Opal. She's so good. We got some amazing women in the PD,
Further
no?
question.
Hey.
You mentioned reasonably that she was armed, but didn't you mention during your first testimony that you didn't see her with a weapon at any point?
Yeah, but I was informed by my fellow officers. At that point, I followed the scene lead's tempo that they set, right? They're giving me orders to follow through. At that point, it's their decision.
Oh, okay. And just you know what? Did you have eyes on her at all times?
Objection. Scope was not asked in written questioning.
any rebuttal to why it's in scope, Tony?
Oof.
Well, I
Hey,
did
man,
ask from the
G-string.
first questions that, he didn't see her at any point with a weapon. So I'm just wondering, did at any point he make visual contact at all? If he didn't see her at any point, then maybe there's a gap at some point. I don't know. Just want to, derived from that.
He could break it here with this.
It's pretty much in scope.
Opal, do you have a rebuttal?
I'll
Fuck you,
stick
Steve.
with my.
Please sustain it, you motherfucker.
I start off with what he saw, and then I just asked another question about what he saw still.
So the direct questioning was about specifically seeing her with a weapon, which your previous question was in scope with Tony. However, I believe broadening it to the entire scenario does bring this out of scope, so I will sustain the objection.
Oh, pull! Oh,
Even though it's
pull!
based on what he saw.
Oh, pull! Oh, pull!
When we're speaking about what he saw in regards to her with a weapon, yes. In regards to at all,
Hmm.
No further
Let me
questions.
reword it then. If it's just based on what he saw, then how about this? When you saw, hold on, since you didn't see Ember with the weapon, did you break visual contact at all? Or no, not at all, but did you break visual contact at the building?
Quite literally, almost word for word, the exact same question that he just asked.
At the building. This is based on what he saw in that specific scene.
I'll stick with asked and answered.
okay. So in direct questioning, Dee was asked about his about Tennessee versus Garner,
Yeah,
his
I like
belief
it.
that she was armed,
Jeez, I like
his
it.
belief that she was a danger, and from previous testimony, that is what happened at the building. So I will allow questioning about the shooting that occurred at the building and the belief that Officer Dee spoke about. That would be in scope. So I will sustain the objection, but if Tony, if you want to rephrase or reword, that is your choice.
I mean, even if my they didn't jump to my first answer or question about what he saw, that doesn't open the scope. If that's the case, then I'm just gonna sit down then.
You can ask questions regarding what he saw at the building, but not overall, as the building was talked about in the direct questioning.
What he saw. So even so, that's confusing as hell because I'm literally asking what if he lost, visual.
This guy,
the building,
by the way, on his police
then I
cop
can
helped
answer.
Dee a bit,
So
you know?
That's out of scope, but also what he saw at the building is in scope.
The objection was asked and answered.
What, the visual?
The,
Asked me,
the,
bro.
the last objection was asked and answered.
But he already answered that question, so I don't know how
Yeah,
me
that's why I
asking if
objected
the
to it.
breaking. Yeah, you objected after he answered. It's there's no take backsies.
Yeah,
Pal.
Right
No
now.
take backsies.
Take it back.
Tony, elbow, please.
Yes, Your Honor, I
Sorry,
apologize.
it's been a while since we said anything dumb to each other. We just had to catch up on our quota.
Fair enough.
That's
Tony,
true.
you can ask about what he saw at the building, given that he was asked about the belief he had at the building, but not the entire situation in total. Just what happened
that's
at
why
the building.
that's specified at the end at the building. You said you had an issue with at all, so I said at the building. Did he lose visual contact at the building? That's how I rephrased it. If the
Okay.
totality is the issue, then I asked specifically at the building.
I didn't
So,
lose.
so that question's fine. D, you can answer that.
Can you ask me? Sorry, there was so much.
Did you lose visual contact of Ember at the building?
I don't think I understand the question. Sorry. Are you asking me for once I have contact? You asking me for
Yeah,
lost
because I used
contact?
Did you lose visual contact? Did you lose eyes on Ember at the building?
Me personally,
Yeah. Yes.
once I had eyes on her, no.
On the way up to the building as well.
No, I'm just going to say something to try and help here, I guess, because I think I'm not understanding your questions. I'm going to try and answer it. I was finding her on the roof. Right? You asked me if I lost visual contact. I'll tell you, once I had visual contact, no, I did not lose visual
Let me
contact.
clarify then. Let me clarify. You first made in your first testimony. You made visual contact with Ember on her way up.
No, I
Let's
didn't.
start from there. At the building, when you saw her as she was running up, to when you found her at the top, did you lose visual contact?
I never said that. I found.
That's why I'm asking you.
I'm getting confused, but I found Amber at the top of the building, lying in a bush.
Just so I can clarify the confusion that seems to be occurring. Tony, are you asking
What?
that when D arrived at the
I've
building,
never lost visual contact once I had
did he
her.
see Ember when he arrived? Is that what you're asking?
I'm asking at some point. Okay. I'm asking if
'Cause once I
from
saw her, I never lost
going
visual
up
contact.
from the bottom of the building to the top. As
I never
that
saw her at the
travel up to
bottom.
the building. Did he lose visual contact of her?
Tony, I only saw her at the top of the building, lying down in the bush, mate. I don't know how many more ways I can say that.
So you didn't. What? Your Honor, can we double check on something? Just so that I could probably end this line of questioning, because I could have swore he, in his first testimony, when we had him, he mentioned he saw Ember when he arrived on scene.
So you asked during the pursuit, did he witness any of the suspects? He said yes. You asked when did he see them? He said when they were running on foot behind the bank. Later, I seen Ember on the roof.
Okay, so we have a contradiction then. So did you not see her
There's a different suspect.
when you arrived on scene?
I'm confused. I didn't.
Objection, Your Honor. This is misstatement of testimony. Officer Dee has very clearly stated that the first time he saw Ember specifically was up on the roof. He never stated that he saw Ember anywhere but the roof, and he never stated that he pursued her.
Yeah. So Tony, the testimony, I'll say sustained. Tony, the testimony was that he's seen suspects running on foot behind the bank, and later he's seen Ember on the roof.
Yeah, okay,
Whether or not Ember is included in suspects, we are not sure. Any redirect from that? All right, Dee, step down.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, people of the court, we saw a lot of things that happened today, right? The only thing currently confirmed is that Ember looks cooler with the Class 2 than Aaron Carter. That fact has been established. Yes. Officer Linq's testimony, he did not see Miss Quinn at any point with a weapon in hand. In fact, some of the if you look at the evidence, in fact, even Officer Sparks' testimony, we can confirm that Ember wasn't the one who threw the Molotov, which everybody mentioned that a Molotov was thrown. Here comes a few interesting questions.
Can I object to this? Let me object.
What was contested today was really what was Ember's intention behind the jump and tripping into Officer Linq's into Officer Linq.
He just said jump and tripping.
Here's a few things from Ember's testimony. Again, she was stuck. She jumped from her position that was quite far from Officer Linq to try to free herself from the bush. And based on the photographic evidence of the casings on scene and subsequently believe the red is blood, we can clearly see that the casings were far from the ledge, implying that Officer Linq was already in safety when he opened fire on Ember Quinn. And it's very apparent based on the blood splatter on the ground and where the blood was in the evidence, she was already running away from Officer Linq. If Officer Linq is saying that the danger was her pushing him off the ledge, well, at that specific moment when she's running away from the ledge and Officer Linq himself, what is the threat then? And to the point of we like to bring up a few points just because we have asked for extra damages. It appears that this excuse me, Your Honor, let me gather myself.
He's laughing again.
No, I'm just thinking about the Molotov being thrown, and given the history behind between Officer Linq and especially with the Molotov exchange,
exchanged by each other. What?
Bring up to the court that there may be some bias from Officer Linq, and it's not malicious intent in nature. No, we're not alleging that.
He does not.
However, we are advocating for that based on the previous incident and how a Molotov was again involved in this incident. We are also not only seeking damages but also advocate for Officer Linq to have some therapy sessions with Ember Quinn as part of the restitution as part of her damages she seeks today.
Me? I don't want to do therapy sessions with him.
Wait, what? Ember, it'll be fine. It'll be funny.
Oh, okay.
That's scary. Can I just pay more money?
We would like to at least see some sort of restorative process case, regardless of what the outcome is between Officer Linq and Ember Quinn. We feel that these Molotov situations may be getting a little out of hand, and we seem to say that maybe a little quick to be a sharpshooter. But you know what? We're all about righting the wrongs, and if anything, we want the court to at least consider giving some sort of restitution, whether it be monetary or I forgot what to describe it, but healing, I guess.
Restorative.
Oh, restore. Yeah, that's the one.
It's okay. I put a bit on the end saying, if anything, the only judgment made today is Ember should be going to therapy for anger management.
One more side comment, I'll give you the inconvenience contempt of 1 month.
That's crazy.
Today, Your Honor and people of the court, it is clear that this is just an attempt for the defamation of Officer Dee Linq reputation due to his outstanding police work. Officer Dee Linq did his job as a law enforcement officer and not only followed orders from his superior officers, but also followed case laws, Tennessee versus Garner. Just prior to this case, there was a Twitter post claiming that Officer Dee Linq and Senior Officer Aaron Carter had sent an assassin to attack Ember Quinn. This was not the case. According to Tennessee versus Garner, all an officer needs is good faith
you can't
belief.
object to a closing statement.
Yes, you can, especially when there's bullshit.
All right, inconvenience, Tony.
I will take care of it. Don't worry, Your Honor.
Can I carry on?
I'll address the objections. You can object during closing. You shouldn't, but you can. Tony, your objection was facts not in it. Which facts aren't in evidence?
The twatter post. She did not submit that into evidence.
You entered it into evidence when you asked for it in court.
That's true.
Nope. That's not the one. She's talking about a different Twitter post about saying that
right,
assassins were sent at her.
She also told the judge at the start that that was the case too. And he said
She did.
He doesn't believe
Both
it.
our posts on Twitter, both are public record. They can be referenced.
That's okay.
Fuck you, Tony. Get him, Aaron.
Yeah.
Get him, Aaron. Get him, Aaron.
This is bullyoke. She tried to put me in ICU so I couldn't
This
be
is-
here.
This is
That's
bullyoke.
not what I was saying.
Let me
That.
know and I'm good to carry on.
Objection. Facts not in evidence.
Oh, please
Don't.
continue, Aaron.
According to
Go
the
on, you
case
go,
law,
Joe.
Tennessee versus Garner, all an officer needs is good faith belief that the suspect is armed and dangerous and is posing a threat to him or others. It has been proved in court today via multiple testimony that this was the case, and this is why the shooting took place. Officer Dee Linq was in fear of his life, and if he didn't move to the right, as stated by both Officer Dee Linq and Ember Quinn, and did not shoot down this fleeing felon, then unfortunately
She's
he would
killing
be
it.
6
Holy
feet in the
shit.
ground today due to the actions of Ember Quinn. Ember Quinn ran away from a vehicle
She's killing it, no
which she
chat.
stated she wanted no part in. This vehicle threw a Molotov and injured multiple officers. She did not surrender at that point. She continued to run inside the Legion Square building. She then ran at Officer Dee Linq after she was found,
Aaron's crushed.
despite him having a firearm out, and did not attempt to surrender at any point. Ember Quinn has previously been violent towards Officer Dee Linq, and if anything today, Your Honor, the only judgment made today should be that Ember Quinn should be going to mandatory therapy sessions for anger management. And then I'd like to highlight some evidence on the report. So report 12006, which is the evidence put on a docket, I'd like to reference to Bruce Collins' statement where he made the order to open fire on vehicles and the reason why. As well as that, I'd like to reference to Leo Spock's statement where he clarifies that he saw Ember Quinn with a Class 2
Aaron's
PDAR.
killed it.
As well as that, there is multiple possessions pictures with Ember Quinn having the PD firearm in her. That's it, Your Honor.
Yeah, good shit, Aaron. Fucking crushed it. Good
Alright.
shit.
I'll go deliberate, and I'll
Um,
come back with a verdict soon. Eva, you're in charge while I'm gone.
Aaron, that closing statement was so fucking good, by the way. Holy fuck.
I tried.
No, it's fucking unreal. What do you mean tried? You crushed
I
it.
got so fucking nervous. I was
No, I
shaking
get
up there.
it. Yeah, I could hear it a little, but I'd be the same. I was the same when I had to stand at the front. I didn't even know what to say. There's no shot.
Good.
Crazy.
Aaron's driving his SQ. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what? I don't need to hear the verdict. I'm being bullied too much here.
No!
What?
No!
Ain't no weird claiming bullying. Come on, Aaron. It was a
This
joke.
is crazy. You
Come
made her
on,
leave.
Aaron,
You're
come
a bad
back. The
person.
party's
That-
still
You're a bad
going.
That, Tony, that is shit of you. You better
Aaron,
run after.
you're gonna miss the after
You,
party.
you
where
better
get
run
sent
after
up.
her. Run after and get her back. Come on, beg her to
God
come
damn
back.
it.
Beg her to come
She's
back.
ulting.
Beg her back. Beg her to come back. Thank you for watching our latest video. We'll see what Dee's been getting up to. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like, give it a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.
Hey. Hey.